No.
Somebody else raised the question of...
Mr. Guruswamy, 1 minute. The question is, you are saying it has got to do with macroeconomic logic. Here's the other argument, Prasenjit, which is being put, that it is hoarding. Maharashtra is run by the Congress and the NCP. The statistics for onions in Maharashtra this year and last, Mr. Guruswamy, you should look through it. I find that the main arrivals have gone down by 87% in some places. 87%. You ask anybody, I can bet you, it cannot go down 87%. No, it cannot go down 87% because of rains. It cannot go down 87% because of rains.
Who is in the onion trade in Rasalgaon, and he said in the month of October 150 trucks went out so far at a time when 700 trucks would have gone out. Obviously there is no onion there.
Maybe
some of it is being hoarded, but you can't hoard everything.
So, Mr. Guruswamy,
okay, you can't hoard everything.
Please, 1 minute,
now,
understand
people
this.
People are talking about why didn't you stop exports? Exports are long-term contracts.
No.
Letters of credit are opened, you just can't say I won't deliver.
No, one second. The modal price for onions, you'll be happy to know, Mr. Guruswamy, for these 4 months has risen sharply by 100% to more than 300% compared to 2012. And please know, I don't know which trader you spoke to, but anybody out there is going to tell you there cannot be such a shortfall unless it is an artificially created shortfall. Now, Mr. Sharad Pawar has been regularly reacting.
Can I say something?
Mr. Sharad Pawar has been regularly reacting after the crisis.
There's a combination of both.
No, then I'm talking about the second. I am asking.
You can't do that.
No, I am asking on the second. Forget it.
Absolutely.
Even if it is 10% because of supply.
That's not the only reason at all.
What have you done about hoarding? You cannot prove to me today you've done anything on hoarding except pass the buck. Prasenjit is coming in. Prasenjit wanted to say something.
If the government use it, why doesn't...
Well, they are not using it.
I think that
Prasenjit, Sanjay, 1 second.
Arnab, can I...
1 sec. Prasenjit, please, I'm taking a call after that. Prasenjit.
Been talked about. So we were on depleted stocks anyway.
Prasenjit, please. Yes, Prasenjit.
Yeah, you see, Arnab, I think that first of all, this whole demand-supply logic, first, there is no consistency. You have the Congress spokesperson saying that people are eating more onions. Now, my question is that have the consumption of onions suddenly during the election year gone up by what? 2 times? That the prices have doubled? You know, what kind of absurd things are being said? And, you know, as far as Mr. Guruswamy is concerned, nobody is claiming that, you know, the supply side factor.
Let him complete, Sanjay. Let him complete.
I want to make a...
Let him complete.
First, I am not denying that there may have been some disruptions. But the fact of the matter is that things which are beyond our control, what is the point in discussing them? What are the policy steps that can be taken? Let us focus on that. And I think that there are 2 concrete policy steps that the government can take and for which the government should be held into account why they have not taken it so far. One, when there is a shortage in the country, why are we exporting onions? Why can't we stop exports, take steps to stop exports and divert the exportables into the domestic market? Number 1. Number 2 is, what are the state governments like the Maharashtra government, like the Andhra Pradesh government, the Karnataka government, the Madhya Pradesh government, why aren't they taking strong action against hoarding? I think that these are the 2 concrete policy steps that can be taken, and those political parties which are running the central government, running the state governments, they should answer to the people of this country. Why are they allowing the...
We have known this. We have known this for the longest possible time.
But hang on.
We have known this.
Final point or no?
We have known this.
I have a final point. Please allow me to make my final point. I have a final point.
Let him complete. Don't heckle him. Let him complete.
My point is, no, I have a final point. Please allow me to say.
Allowed. Continue.
My point is, if the prices of onions have gone beyond 100 rupees a kg, somebody is gaining. Who is gaining? And why are those unscrupulous sections of the trading community being allowed to gain? What is the central ministers doing? What are the state governments doing?
I'm taking one caller. Now one caller. On Newshour, I have a question. On Newshour, I have a question. I have one more caller. By the way, the question.
People and politicians come into.
By the way, Sharad Pawar creates a new school of economics called the Pawar School of Economics, which goes against the grain of known economic logic in this country. According to the Pawar School of Economics, the farmers gain. According to the National Council of Applied Economic Research, according to the National Council of Applied Economic Research, middlemen gain. Middlemen are the primary beneficiaries when onion prices go up. But according to the Pawar School of Economics, farmers gain. Only Mr. Pawar and the followers of his School of Economics will believe this logic. One last caller on the Newshour tonight, and our last caller is Rajiv Sharma from Chandigarh. Rajiv, good evening. You're the last caller tonight. What's your point to? Who's your point to?
Hi, good evening. My point is to Khushbu. Just about 2 minutes back, she said that traders should be held responsible for high price. So you just now said that the price of onion in Muscat is about 51, and it is almost half the price in India. So who is trading onion to Muscat? Is it someone from heaven or someone from hell? And second thing, government should be held responsible. Why? Because government should take accountability. And Khushbu, you being a part of government, so you are very much responsible. Until you take accountability, you can't resolve it.
Point is taken. Khushbu, respond. I'm closing in a minute.
I'm responding. First, he got me completely wrong. When I say the traders, I'm not talking about the exports. Traders are the people who supply to the Indian market. Traders are the people in between the farmers and the general market when the onions or any kind of vegetables comes to us. I'm talking about those traders. You cannot stop the export. Being an educated person, everybody should understand.
So why can't you stop the export?
Completely put a full stop on export. Let me finish, Arnab. A question has been raised to me. You need to export. But yes, the export quantity can be brought down. The export quantity can be brought down to control the crisis what we are facing in our country. But you cannot put a full stop to the export, because today if you put a full stop to export to any of the commodities that you have been exporting,
very last caller tonight.
Debate as to Let me finish. We will have a debate tomorrow as to why Indian government is facing under so much of debt and why Indian government is having so much of problem. Secondly, when I say
Khushbu,
that we are part of the government, you people have to understand that my chief has to decide whether we are still part of the government. So you cannot just put a blame on me that we are still part of the government. Government should not be completely held. I would like to ask people who have been raising questions.
A caller from your city, Khushbu.
You call from Gurgaon, you call from other places. Please tell me that all these places were fields one time where the farmers were working on it. We have been occupying the land of the farmers. We also are completely equally responsible for all the crises we face in a country today.
There was this.
Cannot be held responsible.
There was
as
this.
A responsible citizen, we should take up our own responsibility.
There was this whole chart which was laid out recently, which showed that about 70% of the money, the price of an onion, was being eaten up by the middleman. All I'm saying is the Pawar School of Economics does not believe so. One last caller from your own city, Khushbu of Chennai, is Vivek. Vivek, who's your point to? And I'm going to give the last call to Vivek tonight. Yes, Vivek. Vivek. Yeah, Sanjay after Vivek. Yeah.
Good evening, Arnab.
Good evening, Vivek.
I'm a big fan of your show, and
thank you.
Every day. My question is for the government. I cannot believe the audacity of the government, actually, the people that we have selected and elected to run the government and run the country.
Sanjay is going to answer
in a way that we have not planned for last 10 years, that people are becoming more prosperous, and we are eating more cabbage and more onion.
And brinjal.
And Mr. Sanjay Jha and Mr. Prime Minister and Planning Commission were sleeping for last 10 years. And we have this answer coming from the government. Can you believe this? These are people that we have selected to run a country, and they cannot plan for an onion price.
Okay, so Vivek is asking you. Vivek, stay on the line.
They run a country if they cannot plan for an onion price.
Vivek, stay on the line. Sanjay Jha, the question is, you heard Vivek there. I don't think I have to paraphrase that. You have 10 years to plan this out. After 10 years, Vivek is asking you a pertinent question. Now, can you convince him? The challenge is, Sanjay, whether you can convince him. I give you 30 seconds only because I'm running short of time. Make your point, and then we'll ask Vivek whether he's convinced by your argument. Sanjay?
All right. Since you're a fan of Arnab Goswami's Newshour, I can completely understand your cynicism of the government. But let me answer your question very, very quickly. This is the government that is providing for 700 million people of India subsidized food grains, which is going to be a record that no country in the world has ever been able to do for such a wide magnitude of people. We are sensitive to you. Let me assure you of that. We are sensitive to everybody, whether it's middle class or anyone who gets affected by price rise. Point number two, let me tell you, we are a country which has lifted 140 million people out of poverty. These are not empty statistics.
You're not answering on
facts.
onions.
Now, I know onion price rise is hurting everyone. We acknowledge that. We acknowledge that. But the truth is, this is temporary. You have to believe that.
Well, how do you know it's temporary?
Taken, and when, I would like to request Arnab Goswami that tomorrow when the onion price rise comes down, onion prices come down, can we have another program to discuss how that happens?
And you know why
because
we'll ask that?
We seem to talk about things when they're in a crisis.
You know what
I like it. I appreciate that.
Who benefited from that temporary?
No, I like it. There's nothing wrong with it. But we must also acknowledge the fact
thank you for
that end of day, the government
Sanjay,
is taking steps to bring the price down. We need to trust the government steps.
Thank you, Sanjay. Sanjay, can I just... I would like to profusely thank you. Personally and profusely thank you for all the compliments, epithets and remarks that you have thrown at me personally and for the number of times you have addressed me directly on my show today. I would like to completely and genuinely assure you that even if you did not refer to me by my full name, I would have understood that your reference was to me. But if the question is, if the prices come down, you know what question we will ask? We will ask 2004, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and now 13. Out of these 9 years, at least in 6 years, there's been a cyclical up and down and then it goes down. As Prasenjit says, the question which we will ask is, who made the money? That's all.
Who made the money? That is the
Who made the money? Somebody made the money, the middleman made the money.
Allowed that money to be made.
Whoever made the money ought to be punished. I'm with you. We are on the same side, Arnab. If anybody has made anything wrong, he or she should be punished. I completely agree with you. There's no dispute or debate on that at all.
I'll only say.
We are on the same side.
No, one second. Sanjay.
Let me tell you, Sanjay, tell me I defend indefensible. If somebody is corrupt and wrong, they ought to be punished.
The Aam Aadmi Party wants to counter you once more. Please, quickly, please. Don't fight for the Delhi elections, but make your last point.
Just 3 points I wanted to make.
Yeah.
This onion price...
One point. No. 1 point and 20 seconds.
ABC. So I'm saying the onion prices have gone up because of corruption and collusion, because of omission and commission, and if there is so little production, why do you export it? And this whole argument of Sanjay Jha that we have suddenly become prosperous and started eating, I mean, I cannot answer that. That's amazing thing. But all that I finally want to tell the minister
Mayank,
is,
I don't think
leave cricket aside, do your job as an agriculture minister. That's what you have been chosen for. Not to play cricket, not to go in MCA, not to go in BCCI, not to take the open land for poor children, and you are taking that and making swanky clubs. Leave all that and get down to doing the work as an agriculture minister.
Now let's focus it. Let's not go into rhetoric. I thank you all for participating tonight. We hope and pray that emergency measures will be put in place. We'll follow the story. We hope it will fall. We really hope it will fall. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 2 tonight.